Hello and happy Tuesday. We're so happy to be starting off your evening. I'm Walker Farmer.
And I'm Alexia Anderchek, and you're watching NewsWatch Ole. Well, we have a packed show for you tonight, starting off a special event that happened on campus.
And later on, national news and weather updates you don't want to miss.
Well, Walker, it was really starting to feel like fall today around campus, and I don't know about you, but I'm absolutely loving the cooler temperatures.
Yes, Alexia, I love just getting to throw a sweatshirt on, and walk to class. It's been really nice. But let's check in with our weather anchor, Veronica Flores, to see our current conditions. Veronica?
Yes, so outside in Oxford, if you've been out today, you know the temperature has definitely dropped a little bit. We have a temperature of around 68 degrees, and that breeze, it's a little chilly out, so I definitely packed a sweater on my way to class today. It's mid-October, so we should be having this kind of weather, but the weather is definitely going to keep us on our toes. I'll have a more in-depth report later in the show. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thank you, Veronica. Well, Alexia, we had a fun event on campus today.
Yes, we did. The Canines, Careers, and Cookies event happened right outside of our very own Bishop Hall.
This event was the Career Center and Second Chance Animal Alliance teaming up for students to de-stress with puppies, loaded teas, and cookies before midterm week.
So I do work in the Career Center, so in 303 Martindale Hall, and we actually hosted this for the first time last spring, and more for mental wellness, but also just a little bit of a break from midterms. So just having the students have a little bit of a break. In the spring we had a little over 100, and I think we probably had close to 200.
A doggy day out program. You can check a dog out from the shelter between 8 and 9 a.m. Take them out for a pup cup, a hike or trail, a nap, and bring them back around 5 p.m. % volunteer-led organization. It's a nonprofit, and they work with all kinds of rescue and shelter dogs in Yalobusha County, and so because they're volunteer-led, they need lots of hands on deck. I love getting students on campus involved and the Career Center involved with Second Chance, and it gives good exposure to the dogs and gets them socialized. We get great pictures of them, which increases their likelihood of adoptability.
Learn how to listen to the symphonies of the universe, otherwise known as gravitational waves. The ripples in the fabric of space and time created by the merging of black holes and the collision of neutron stars create a cosmic symphony.
You can join Dr. Anharunda Gupta in the Department of Physics and Astronomy to learn how you can listen to them using special instruments. This event will be held tonight from 6 to 7 p.m. at Heartbreak Coffee.
And also happening tonight, the University of Mississippi Music presents an evening of trios.
A faculty chamber recital with Dr. Adam S., Tyler Hewitt, Dr. Yujum Kim, Dr. Josh Milton, Dr. Vincent Morial, Dr. Michael Rowlett, and Dr. Philip Snyder.
It starts at 7:30 in the Nutt Auditorium in the Music Building. Admission is free.
And writer and oral historian Ray Geringer presents lessons from a decade of documenting rural LGBTQ+ histories tomorrow at 12 p.m. In 2013, he began recording the untold stories of his queer and transgender friends in Central Appalachia. Since the first recordings, their collection has grown to include a traveling gallery exhibit, a podcast, a book, and more than 90 oral histories. During their presentation, they will share photos, audio excerpts, and read from their book, Country Queers, A Love Letter. The presentation is part of a series of events called South Talks that includes lectures, performances, film screenings, and panel discussions studying the South. All events are free and available to the public. And Chadwick Farms has quickly become the place to be for fall festivities. The family-owned farm has only been open to the public for 2 weeks, and their focus is on fall fun. Visitors can take part in wagon rides, a petting barn, a hay bale maze, a corn pit, and lots of photo ops, with the star of the show, of course, being the pumpkin patch. The cost to visit is $18 per person, or you can purchase a fall family pass for $149 with unlimited visits during the fall season. And they aren't stopping after the fall. Heading into the Christmas season, they plan to keep the fun going with visits from Santa and the Grinch.
Join the Academic Innovations Group for a look at the impact of automated feedback on student learning. Mark Watkins and Robert Cummings will review the current landscape of automated feedback tools. The meeting is from 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. tomorrow on Zoom. registrants will receive a link to this virtual meeting shortly before the event. And editor-in-chief of the National Review, Rich Lowry, is sitting down with Dr. Skoltedi at an event to discuss the principles at play in the 2024 election. The event will have 3 parts, each roughly 20 minutes. First, Mr. Lowry will present his view on the importance of the upcoming presidential election and its implications for the future. Then Mr. Lowry and Dr. Skoltedi will sit down for a chat to dig further into the presentation. Lastly, Mr. Lowry will take audience questions. If you would like to attend the event, it will be from 5:30 to 7 p.m. tomorrow in the Overby Auditorium in Farley Hall.
Well, if you live anywhere in Oxford, you're probably familiar with the coffee shop Cafecitos.
Cafecitos is known not only for their coffee, but the amazing couple that own the shop.
Our lifestyle anchor, Logan Kennedy, got the opportunity to get to know them and their business. Let's take a look.
I talked with Cafecitos, a local coffee company, about their start and popularity among students.
Actually, what happened is that Chad used to work for Starship on campus, the robots. Yeah. He launched the robots back in 2020, and then he realized with all the data that the thing sold most in those robots was coffee. And he said, whoa, we need to figure out how we could sell the coffee also. So when he said we could sell this, I could make it, and of course I could sell it. My goal is, like we say, he's the executive producer, I am the game show host. I will do all the talking, and he makes sure the business does its stuff running. I handle all the social media because I'm right at the front of the window. Prior to this, I was a professional photographer, so I knew that I could take pictures of people, get them into a moment, and capture an emotion. I've been doing it for a long time, so I yell, I scream, I clap when I'm taking their picture right in the moment because the smile gets bigger. Boom, and I lock it, and then I go back and find it. We wake up at 3 a.m. every day for this, me and Chad, every day. But it's our baby. Like, we put all our effort to it, and I think that's why they keep coming back. We opened up on day 1, and the college students found us. Day 1. I don't know how. Someone posted it on social media because we're tucked in over here, and once they found us, forget it. I knew, wait a minute, we're gonna catch on.
Thanks for watching. Make sure to tune in next week for your latest lifestyle news. I'm Logan Kennedy.
So Logan, how was it getting to know the Cafecitos couple?
It was so much fun to be able to talk with them. They are a great couple. They do such good stuff for our community. So it was awesome to be able to interview with them and see how they run their business.
That's absolutely amazing. I personally am a huge Cafecitos fan. I don't know about you.
Yeah, I've actually never been, but I don't know, after seeing that package, maybe I'll have to go try it sometime.
Definitely.
For sure.
Well, coming up on NewsWatch Ole Miss, we have NewsWatch reporter Logan Kennedy giving us the latest on the presidential election.
Plus, we'll have all the information about everything happening in Israel and Ukraine. NewsWatch Ole Miss will be right back after the break.
I would tell all the hotties, it's okay to be vulnerable. It's okay to open up. It's okay to be honest about how you're feeling. But the people who are meant to listen, they'll be with you for life. And those are the people you need to care about. Those are the people you need to open up to. Those are the people that you need to allow to open up to you. We love each other, hotties, so definitely keep reaching out to your friends and check on each other and love on each other because that's what we about. Love.
She's got a smile that it seems to me reminds me of childhood memories where everything was as fresh as the bright blue sky. Now and then when I see her face, she takes me away to that special place. And if I stayed too long, I'd probably break down and cry. Oh, sweet child of mine.
Since 2000, speeding has killed a classroom of our children.
Oh,
shame on you.
Sweet love of mine.
You can never control the consequences if you speed.
Hear that? That's the sound of your life. Perfectly imperfect. But every time you drive after drinking, the music gets drowned out. Your life sounds pretty great. Don't let a buzz ruin it. Buzzed driving is drunk driving. Don't drive buzzed.
Welcome back to NewsWatch Ole Miss. Right now we're handing it over to reporter Logan Kennedy for The Watch. Logan?
Thank you, Alexia. Today, early voting began in the critical swing state of Georgia. Voters lined up at polling places across Georgia to cast their votes in the 2024 presidential election. By the early afternoon, the number of votes on the first day had beat previous state records by a landslide. But voting in the state looks different this year than it did in the 2020 election. New state laws passed after the last election created strict rules for absentee ballots, as well as cracking down on the number of available drop boxes. This year, drop boxes will be in election offices on early voting locations with hours similar to normal business hours. Election experts say this will encourage more people to vote in person. Early voting in Georgia is set to continue through November 1st, with opportunities to vote on weekends. And on Sunday, the Biden administration sent a letter to the Israeli government suggesting that the military could be in jeopardy if they do not act within the next 30 days. The letter marks a significant new step in the U.S. government's efforts to urge Israel to deliver more humanitarian aid into Gaza. U.S. officials said the amount of aid delivered to Gaza has dropped more than 50% since the spring, and the amount delivered last month was the lowest over the past year. The letter lays out an extensive list of demands regarding humanitarian efforts, such as an increase in trucks allowed into Gaza, as well as an increase in security for convoys and movements into Gaza. The letter concludes by calling for meetings between the U.S. and Israeli governments to discuss the attacks on civilians. The first of these meetings has been set for the end of this month. And the U.S. Department of State is concerned about reports of North Korea sending troops to help fight Russia's war in Ukraine. Earlier this week, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky accused North Korea of transferring soldiers to Russia's armed forces. Zelensky says his intelligence agencies had briefed him on North Korea's involvement in the war. State Department spokesman Matthew Miller said that if North Korea is participating on behalf of Russia, it would mark a significant increase in the relationship between North Korea and Russia. He also said that it would indicate a new level of desperation by Russia as it continues to suffer significant casualties on the battlefield. And a new study from the Federal Reserve Bank of New York shows Americans have not been this worried about making their minimum credit card payments. Since April of 2020, the September poll showed the average perceived probability of missing a minimum debt payment during the next 3 months was more than 14%, the highest reading since the start of the COVID-19 pandemic. Outside of the pandemic, it is the highest delinquency expectation reading since January of 2017. Lastly, current governor and Democratic nominee for Vice President Tim Walz spoke at a campaign event in Pennsylvania today. He spent the day speaking to rural voters at a farm in Volent, Lawrence County, where he addressed issues related to farming, small-town values, being a united country, and gun rights. Pittsburgh has been a frequently visited area from candidates aiming to win Pennsylvania, the largest of the 7 swing states. The state has 19 electoral votes and is a critical key to the election. Vice President Kamala Harris has visited Pennsylvania more than a dozen times already this year, including several stops since launching her presidential campaign. Former president and Republican nominee for President Donald Trump was in the Pittsburgh area earlier this month for a rally as well. He currently has plans to return to the area this upcoming weekend to deliver remarks at a campaign event. That's all I have for The Watch. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thank you so much, Logan. Shifting to some weather updates, Veronica, can you tell us a little bit about what our current conditions are looking like?
Totally can. So there's been a lot of talk about it getting colder, and that's really true, guys. We're going to see a temperature of around 38 degrees tonight, so it's definitely going to be chilly, but I'll have a full in-depth report after the break.
How many letters?
5 letters.
Just think about, what am I doing right now? Smile. Smile? Uh-huh.
Thank you.
This is so easy.
Wait, what happened? Was it mine? Was it me?
Nobody likes to be stopped by the police, but if I'd seen her texting while driving and given her a ticket, it just might have saved her life.
Are you looking for more in this world? Then we are looking for you. The big-hearted, the bold, those driven by purpose. We are the Peace Corps, volunteers, partners, communities in more than 60 countries, bringing our experience, joy, and passion to building a better world together. Are you ready to serve boldly, to go the distance to make a difference? Then we have a place where you belong. Join us.
We are for places of awe and wonder. For monuments and stories that bind us together. We are the National Park Foundation, and with your support, we protect our country's most treasured places. For today and for always. Support today at nationalparks.org.
Elmer loves to giggle. Elmer's mommy taught him that laughing can help when you have a big feeling, like when you feel happy. Make sure to celebrate when you're happy and laugh it out. Love your mind.
Welcome back to NewsWatch Ole Miss. I'm Veronica Flores. There's been a lot of talk of the temperature dipping, and that's definitely true. As you can see, we have a temperature of 68 degrees today. I mean, I was walking around class and I felt that breeze, and I definitely was glad that I packed my sweater for today. The sun has been out, but we've had a few clouds here and there, but I've been enjoying the weather. It's very similar throughout North Mississippi, with South Haven being our hotspot. Here in Oxford, like I said, we're 68, but we're in the 60s, a little bit of 70s, but that temperature, it's on the move. For tonight's forecast, do you see that? That's 38 degrees. We are cooling down, people. If you're planning on going out tonight, I would definitely pack a sweater so that you're not out there shivering or anything, because we're gonna see some winds as well, and it's gonna be pretty clear out there tonight. But I would be prepared for that. Tomorrow, our high is 60. So this fall weather, it's not playing any games today. It's going to be sunny, and we're going to have a light breeze again, but no bad weather. But I would just plan for that if you're on your way to class or anything. Very similar throughout North Mississippi. As you can see, our high is going to be 60, with South Haven actually being our hot spot. But we're down there. We've moved away from the 70s into the 60s, and we're feeling that cold temperature. As you can see, in our radar, we have some clear weather going down in Oxford. I don't know what's going on in Tennessee, but here we're doing good. It's just getting a little chillier. That's all that's really affecting us there. With our 5-day forecast, as you can see, we start off with the 60s, but we have the sun all throughout the week. But don't get comfortable with that fall weather just yet, because it definitely does get colder. As we near the weekend, we're looking back at 70. So just when you thought you could get comfortable with a sweater, you might have to bust out those shorts again, but it's not going to be too bad.
I absolutely love seeing that fall weather, and I honestly am not happy that it's warming back up this weekend. I'm ready for fall.
Nothing's consistent in Mississippi with this weather.
Yeah, so coming up, the rankings are in for both men and women's basketball. Check back in after the break to hear where your Rebs are in the polls.
We are Rebels. For more than 160 years, we've been accomplishing the impossible, from conducting the world's first lung transplant to helping prove Einstein was right. From preserving the past to saving the future. We are Mississippi's flagship university, a place where passion and learning unite, where friends become family, where small-town charm meets world-class innovation. We are the University of Mississippi. We are Ole Miss.
Another teenager, victim to fake pills. That smells like big crime that needs to be stopped. Before buying pills online, think about this. Should buying prescription pills be this easy?
Yeah, bro, I'm picking up. Same guy. I bet. Got you 5.
Think these pills are tested and safe? Think they're the same ones you get from a doctor? You know they're not. Did you know that fake prescription pills may contain fentanyl? And an amount small enough to fit on the tip of a pencil can be lethal. Listen. Before buying pills from social media, think again. Learn more at mcgruffpsa.org and go for real.
Hear that? That's the sound of your life. Perfectly imperfect. But every time you drive after drinking, the music gets drowned out. Your life sounds pretty great. Don't let a buzz ruin it. Buzzed driving is drunk driving. Don't drive buzzed.
Welcome back. I'm Claire Elmer with Sports Watch. The 2024-2025 preseason college basketball polls were announced on Monday by the Associated Press, landing the Rebels ranked 24 in the nation. The upcoming season is looking promising with the strong transfers, returners, and powerful first-year players. This year is the first time since 1997 that the Rebels have earned an AP ranking. Ole Miss is one of the 9 SEC teams ranked behind Alabama, Auburn, Tennessee, Texas, Arkansas, Florida, and Kentucky. The Rebels will kick off regular season November 4th against Long Island at 7:30. To renew your season tickets, contact Ole Miss Athletics Ticket Office. And speaking of Rebels basketball, Matthew Morrell is gaining media attention as he was voted for the All-SEC second team and is predicted to be the team will finish 9th. This attention is not new for Morrell, as this is his 3rd consecutive year being selected for an all-conference preseason team. Morrell is a standout player for the Rebs, leading the team in scoring for 3 straight seasons, averaging 16 points per game while shooting 46% from the field. The Rebs are excited to see what Morrell will do this season, and it is approaching fast. And the women's basketball team is also taking a spot in the AP preseason rankings, taking 20th place. Unlike women's basketball is not new to this, as this is their 2nd consecutive year being ranked as the 18th in time in school history. With 8 letter winners returning, with Madison Scott leading the way, and was today named the 2nd team preseason All-SEC member. Ole Miss is one of the 7 ranked teams, with South Carolina, Texas, LSU, Oklahoma, Kentucky, and Alabama joining them. The Rebels head overseas to kick off their regular season against USC on November 4th. And as we all know, the Rebels took a tough loss to the Tigers in Baton Rouge, but the team hopes to rest up with this bye week, prepare for their next matchup with Oklahoma. Head coach Lane Kiffin talks more about the bye week.
We're going to look at everything because that's what we do in buys, not because, we lost on the last play of a game in a really hard place to play against a really good team. So all of a sudden we're not going to change everything we do, because you guys have heard me say before, when you lose a last play of a game type of game, to me, you need to realize, you need to look at that differently than when you go and lose a game by 21 and, really get out, coached and played and everything. Because sometimes you reach too much.
And that's all I've got for sports today. Be sure to check Rebel_Watch for the latest sport updates. NewsWatch Ole Miss will be right back.
Body to body, funky to funky, we know how to rock your party.
This is Michael. Today he is going to hit his girlfriend so hard she ends up with permanent brain damage.
Funky to funky.
dead in this vehicle. The girl is critical. They say the guy without the seatbelt did the damage.
No seatbelt, no excuse. From the Road Safety Authority.
Uh-oh, young Tommy is smoking a cigarette, creating his own smog cloud. Tommy's up to bat. Tommy smokes because he thinks it makes him look grown up, but watch what smoking does for him. That coughing is one thing. It keeps him from playing his best. You're out! Don't smoke. It doesn't make you grown up. It makes you a loser.
Everyone has a ritual, that small thing that keeps us focused. A habit we never skip to clear our minds and elevate our performance.
But what do you do to keep your head in the game, to drown out the self-doubt and support your mental health? Because being your best isn't just about taking care of your body.
It's about taking care of your mind and mental health. Discover the resources you need to keep your mind focused and your mental health a priority.
I absolutely love fashion, especially when it comes to fall fashion trends. I just love getting to pull out my sweaters and my jeans.
Well, I wouldn't call myself a fashionista, but I do enjoy a good hoodie and sweatshirt weather.
Well, as fall is coming upon us, the fashion on campus changes as well. Let's take a look at what the newest trends are for this fall season.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Fall Fashion Forecast. I am Ellie Thomas.
And I'm Maddie Grace Morris, here to keep you updated with what the Ole Miss girls are wearing this fall season.
Number one on our list is the classic cardigan. Whether going to class or dinner on the square, cardigans are a staple transitional piece from summer to fall. From adding pops of color to their wardrobe or elevating a basic look, Lily Sinner, Caroline Cavett, and other Ole Miss students show just how easy it is to style a cardigan in their fall wardrobe.
Dark denim is next on our hot fall trends list. Now, denim can be worn on any season, but this rich color is all the talk this fall. Senior Kaylee Jackson cheers on the Rebels in dark denim, paired with her favorite game day pins.
Another trend we've already seen everywhere this season is tall boots. They can easily adapt to any outfit, making them a go-to choice for any fall occasion. Mia Normand and Elena Donovan show off their tall boots for game day. Falcon Hudson and Caroline Ducharme pair their tall boots with denim skirts, creating a stylish combo.
We have seen sneakers all around town this fall. From Veja to Adidas and even Golden Goose, these sneakers can be dressed up or down. Camille Carr pairs red and blue with her sneakers, and Mia Post spends her off weekend in Memphis with her Adidas sneakers and concert outfit.
Statement jewelry is another key trend for fall. From chunky gold bracelets to colorful stone necklaces, it adds a bold flair to autumnal outfits. Anna Blake Reed combines pearls, a rosary chain, and mixed metal rings to enhance her chic game day outfit. Margaret French goes the colorful route with pink and blue stone necklaces paired with everyday gold jewelry.
One of our personal favorite trends this season is the bold addition of funky textures and patterns. Leopard and sequin are all the rage this season and can make any casual or going outfit stand out. Freshman London Montgomery shows off her sequins on game day. 3 sophomores are wild about animal print, and Ruth Emmerich embraces fall with her houndstooth blazer. And that's all we have for the fall fashion forecast.
Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.
Hotty toddy.
Well, that's all we have tonight. Tune in tomorrow. I'm Walker Farmer.
And I'm Alexia Andercheck with your latest news.
I'm NewsWatch reporter Logan Kennedy.
I'm Claire Ulmer with Sports Watch.
And I'm with Stormwatch. I'm Veronica Flores.
Be sure to keep up with us on our socials and tune in tomorrow at 5. NewsWatch Ole Miss, where we keep it live and keep it local.